Welcome to the Underdogs podcast. Strap yourselves in for 1 hour of unrivaled audio entertainment. Featuring HopCat.
I had a challenge to drink more water this week, and I completely forgot until just now.
It's a water one.
Little Z.
Little Z, but I've got a big insecurity, and it's my tiny penis.
Woo!
Pop It One.
Oh, Fortnite, baby!
That was Pop It One.
And Director Cogger.
What?
I'm very tall and lanky.
I think they swapped roles.
Welcome aboard. That's our first beat of the episode. We
Wow.
swapped.
Welcome to our comedy podcast. See, the comedy there was
Yes.
that wasn't actually the correct person.
Yeah, it was wrong. We
They were
switched.
actually both doing
Peter has a tiny
extremely-
penis. Oh, yeah. Me and
They were doing extremely accurate impersonations of each other. If you were just watching and didn't see their mouths moving, you wouldn't have known.
that it wasn't the right voice.
Poppett's famous catchphrase, woo, Fortnite, woo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did a bit of a Fortnite video recently, Jordan.
I did do a Fortnite video
let's
recently.
actually not start off the podcast.
Yeah,
with
that's
that.
fair. Yeah,
Me and
move on.
Peter went to a music festival on the weekend.
Now that's rocking.
That is rock and
I think
roll.
all
You
the
got music
time,
festivals in
Zack always
Fortnite.
phrases these things being like, did this last week. He never tells us the interesting part of the story. He always just is just like,
Did this.
I did this. And
Oh.
we're all just like,
Good.
Okay, hold on. Can I get a redo?
start again.
Okay.
From the top, probably.
So, okay, hold on.
No. Oh.
Welcome.
Swap again. Oh.
Underdogs podcast. Zoo. Got way too drunk and got kicked out of a music festival on the weekend.
Oh, did you? You definitely should have started with that.
Yeah.
And I think my favorite part about this entire story is that Zack doesn't know how to tell it because he can't remember any of it.
True.
I
How
can
much did you
remember.
see?
Small parts.
I also saw small parts. So I think, you know the movie The Hangover?
No.
And they're trying to piece together their like previous
like
night.
this, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of those situations, but I don't know who to ask.
Well,
so I
Jordan
might just
and
put
I
it
know
out to the
nothing.
general public.
Oh, if you saw Zack at the music festival, send in your clips.
If you saw this man, please tell us what happened from like hour this to hour this, because there's a few gaps.
You must have been very cooked, right? Because they have to find you. Aren't these festivals quite large?
Yeah, I got pretty drunk at prees. This is definitely a don't drink too much, kids.
Do
we
not
got
do
another
this.
festival this weekend, and I will be not sober, but not going to drink as much.
We'll see.
Yeah,
Right.
I was gonna say I'll tell you guys next week if he holds true to this one because I'm also going. So basically, we get there from this prees. We're in the Uber and stuff, and then like we get let in and stuff. And Zack has a little bit of trouble getting in because like he couldn't get his ticket up on his phone, and then Maddie had to get help.
Maddie had my ticket and went in without me.
Yeah.
And I was fucking cooked. And then the
Oh,
guy's like, where's
no.
your ticket? And I'm like, Maddie. And she had to come back and like show them the ticket for me.
So that was a slight ordeal,
Stitched
but
up.
you know, worked. It
Yeah.
worked fine. Then we go see this first act we want to see, and we start going this way. And so it's me, Sophie, and our friend, and Zack and Maddie in this group right now.
Good group.
Zack goes like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get a drink from the bar before the show." Maddie goes, "Oh, I'm going to the bathroom this way," and it's like completely different directions. And we're all going into the crowd
Oh,
here.
boy.
You guys did a gang, let's split up.
It begins.
Yeah,
Before
and-
we started.
The
And
haunted
then
house.
I literally asked these
found some
guys,
clues.
as these guys start walking in opposite directions, happy as Larry, just like la-di-da-di-da. I'm like, you guys should stay together. You guys, otherwise, okay. And they're walking, and then Maddie's like, yeah, Peter, get me a double black when you're there. And I'm like, stay together, guys. And like, she's just like, Zack's just not listening. Maddie's telling me what drink to buy her, even though I know I'm not even going to the bar. Opposite
just sums it
directions.
up.
And that was the last time I saw them each for about 4 hours.
Oh, my God. It is a haunted house
So-
situation.
Zack at this stage is, what are we looking at? Pretty good form, bad form,
Bad
already?
form.
He didn't seem too bad, but clearly he
Mid-
was.
mid-
Was this for Baby No Money?
Yeah, literally the very first
Shout
act.
outs if you're still in Perth, come on our podcast.
Yep, that'll happen.
Yeah, he's
They've-
not.
for sure.
Him and Young Gravy have been on like Ethan H3's podcast.
Yeah, we're about,
Everybody's been on the Misfits
Almost as
podcast.
big.
Huh?
yeah, we're about
Misfits
same.
podcast.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I think getting this drink was then the point. My first drink of the festival
What would
was
we
the
do with
point
a
where I
guest
got
like
kicked
that?
out.
Sorry.
Yeah, and so then okay, this is my side of the story because I can't really tell you what happened to Zack after this point.
Yeah,
but
you're
then
blank.
maybe 3-4 hours later, we just like walk past him in a group, like me, Sophie, and our friend who were with there. Walk past him, we're like, oh shit, it's Zack. We haven't seen him in ages. And we were like, what happened to you? And Zack was like, oh, I didn't get let in. And I was like, yes, you did. I was with you. I saw you get led. And he's like, nah, they were holding me back. And then I managed to sneak in with this. And I was just like, what has happened? And I think Zack thought he never got it in the first place, but he got kicked out and then found his way back in.
Kicked out so quickly that I didn't even remember getting let in.
So it was like,
my gosh.
and then I couldn't get a straight answer out of Zack. And I was like, where have you been? And then he was like, they just didn't let me in. I'm like, yes, they did. And so I think I talked to Zack for maybe 15 minutes while we were just sitting on the grass, and I still couldn't work out what
I
happened.
got kicked out, and then I was outside with the security guards being like, nah, go home, mate. You're just too drunk, you know? Like, I don't know if you've ever been too drunk, but the security guards were basically not going to let me back in. I don't remember how I snuck back in, but I spent a good 2 hours trying to get back in.
Was Maddie outside or inside?
And I did. She was inside.
Zack was alone. He had no way of communicating with people.
What did we find?
He's too drunk to use it. I was trying to call him multiple times.
Another story about that, actually, Peter.
This is crazy.
About the phone in particular. Maddie was quite upset with me at the end of the night because after sneaking back in, I lost my phone and someone found it and called Maddie on it and said, can you come and pick up this phone?
Oh, wow. What a good Samaritan.
No,
Well,
sorry. I think
hold on.
Maddie called the phone.
Right.
And she had to walk like 2 kilometers to the back of a Zambrero's,
What?
which
Was this outside of the festival?
Yeah.
Oh.
Someone had found
Should
my
have
phone.
known you went to Zambrero's immediately after getting kicked out.
No, I don't think I went there, but someone found my phone and like went there and was like, "Oh, can we meet up and I'll give you the phone?" And then Maddie had to walk there, which fucking sucks. But like,
So where
she
are
had no
you?
way of contacting me, so she decided
Right.
to go and get my phone for me, which I'm very thankful for. But she was like, "You're a fucking idiot," and I was like, "Yep, fair
And then
enough."
Zack had to find his own way home with no phone or anything and no communication with anyone because after I found Zack, this like 3 hours after we first got in, I went to the bar to get a drink because I was not quite on Zack's level just yet. And I was like,
And you want to be.
Zack, you should probably get a water. And you were like, nah. And then I was in front of you, so I get my drink. I walk out to the right. You went in, bought 2 drinks, walked out to the left, walked into the crowd and vanished. Just gone, and I didn't see you for the rest of the night again. It was just, and I was like having a conversation. I'm like, Zack's in the line. I see Zack. Look back at the people I'm talking to. Look back. Gone.
off.
Just into the night.
So there's one last thing from this festival. I got home. I ended
How?
up going with,
Wait, how? Do you know?
with one of our friends who ended up losing her bag, so she also had no phone or wallet or anything.
Oh my
I
gosh.
paid for a taxi using cash,
Wow.
which I got told the
Respect.
next day.
How did you
So-
find a taxi?
And cash.
And you had cash?
That's where I don't know. We went back to these people's house, same place where we went for prees.
Yep.
And then our other friends rock up, and this guy, his name's Mick, and his dad was dropping them back at the house that I was at, waiting to meet up with Maddie. And then the car gets here. I walk up to, and I know this guy's dad, and I'm like, "Oh, hey there." I'll just give a random name like
Daniel.
Hey, Stuart. Oh no, sorry. I open the door and say Uber for Zack. And then I thought it was my Uber when it was my friend Mick's dad dropping them home. And then I saw Mick in the car and I was like, dude, what are you doing in my Uber? I was like so excited about seeing him in my, because I thought it was an Uber. And then he was like, this is not an Uber, this is my dad. And then I was like, Stuart, I'm so sorry. I thought you were an Uber driver.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Festival.
holy
It was
moly.
all in all one of the worst days of my life.
Do you remember it being bad?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? How did you get...
waiting outside for multiple hours trying to get in?
Yeah,
just
once your
with
memory
nothing.
starts, does your memory start you're outside and you're trying to get in?
Most of my memories are me outside the festival trying to get in.
Talking to security guards.
Not ideal.
I wonder how you got in. That's so interesting.
I have like a bit of a theory for why Zack would have got kicked out because when in the
Maybe
maybe
have some questions or something.
in the hour I had with Zack before I lost him for the second time,
Yes.
we were like, oh, let's go like dance to this thing. And Zack was not being the best person to stand next to on a dance floor. I'll tell you that one for free. It's like jumping up
Lots
and
of
down,
moves.
crashing into people, flailing arms.
Really?
And I felt so bad
Dude, it was
because
going
like,
hard.
dude, like the people we were
Get in the
around
mosh
would just
pit,
be
bro.
like, they'd like look at you sideways and be like, is this guy with you? Like what the, like, and I'm like, I was just like, oh God.
Nah, not with me.
Oh
Bit of a
God!
weirdo over
And so
here.
I feel like if you were worse than that earlier, a security guard would have definitely chucked you out if you were being rowdy in a mosh.
Oh, so that's after he came back in.
Yeah, that's it, guys. All right, I've learned my lesson, and it won't happen again.
Don't drink, kids.
We'll see. Okay.
We'll never drink
Well,
again.
you will see, Jordan. You're coming with us to this music festival
I am.
this weekend.
My first ever music festival. Very excited. Kind of.
Kind of.
No, that's,
Kind of.
that's very
This one's a
exciting.
really chill one because there's only like one stage. You can't really get lost.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I'd been to one. I think I talked about it before. One live music thing. It was okay.
Oh yeah, wasn't that bad?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But we'll see if this is better. See what happens. Holly and I watched. Have you seen that Woodstock documentary?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god, you should watch it. It's on Netflix. It's about like this music festival that just goes horribly, horribly wrong in 1999, and it's just
Yeah,
crazy.
I think we started watching that.
Oh really? You
It's
stopped.
like-
It was too boring.
Jordan's the
I can't-
documentary fiend.
You are.
I am a bit of a documentary fiend, but that's very good. But I won't talk about it because
We'll watch
you guys
it.
don't know it.
No, we won't.
What-
But
what
yeah,
we
just
are
we'll watch
do-
it, the Phantom Menace documentary, and then we'll watch the Woodstock documentary.
What we're doing today, though, is we've got a bunch of questions. I believe. What's the theme, Jackson?
It was friends and family. Now, some of our Patreons don't know how to read, and there's some other random questions in there, but they're mostly about friends and family. Any opening statements about friends and family?
I have them.
Same.
Yourselves?
Did you say you have them?
Both, yes.
Yeah, me too.
What do you like more, friends or family?
Oh, not going to answer that. That's,
Oh, wow.
It's a tough question.
It's a bit of a
you
rough
know what?
one. Bit rough on either of them.
Because we're such good friends that I class you guys as my family.
Good answer.
Boo.
Diplomatic. You make a great politician.
I'm
What's
going
your
with
answer?
friends. Silence.
I'm just trying to think. Pretty even.
I don't see my family that often, but I do like them. They're really nice.
Oh, yeah, I like
just
my
see my
family.
friends more often, so I'd go with friends, but
Yeah.
not because I don't like my family.
Yeah.
It feels
Definitely.
super dog to go with friends, but like,
It makes sense, right? Because you choose your friends, you don't choose your
Yeah,
family.
but my dad did do a lot, you know?
He did all right.
Yeah.
Look
Spent
at
a
you,
lot
mate.
of time with him.
No, I
And
agree.
my mum.
Right. First question. What is one extended family member you find very special in
What
your
is an
life?
extended family member?
So not
It's
your
like they've been
cousins.
stretched out on a rack.
It looks a bit like me.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's- yeah. They
I
call
have a few
Jackson the
long
extended
cousins.
family member.
I think anything that's not your like brother, sister, mum, dad sort of thing.
Oh, what was the question again?
Favorite.
Favorite. The actual person.
Just give us a quick little thing.
Come back to me.
Are you close with any
Okay.
uncles or aunties? You
Nah.
guys?
not really.
Yeah, I'm not
but
very close.
I have one auntie that I think is like quite interesting.
Yeah.
She does like roganing, which is like the super intense.
Roganing.
What is
Like
that?
it's really intense, sort of like scavenger hunting, where you make it to points, but they do it over like crazy like mountain terrain
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And
Sounds
you
like
gotta
an
like,
Underdogs video.
yeah, it's like a scavenger hunt. We
It's
could not fucking
too
do
hard.
that.
We can
It's
try.
like 4-day overnight.
Oh, that is
intense
epic.
hikes.
And you need to like know how to use a map and all that kind
Yeah.
of thing, right?
Oh, wow.
So it's like orienteering,
But more advanced.
but really hard.
yeah, and she's always done like crazy stuff like that. So that's really cool.
So shout outs to auntie.
Yeah.
I should have thought of one.
I don't like none of my extended family live in Perth. Like there's a few on my dad's side, but they're like all half or whatever. But do you have an uncle on my mum's side? And he kind of got me into Nintendo stuff to some degree.
Wow,
So
shout-outs.
shout out
Huge
Uncle
shout-outs.
Alan.
Do you guys count grandmothers? Because I'm going to go with mine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a grandmother.
Yeah.
Sure.
Shout outs to Jill Clay.
Ooh.
Shout outs to Jill.
I had two cousins that always used to come over, Jack and Joel, and we used to play.
Did they go up the hole?
we only.
I'm sorry.
Jack and Joel went up the hole.
They what? They fucking what?
What were they getting a pail of? What the
But they used to always come over and we'd just play. Yeah, we'd just play video games like all day.
That's
like
nice.
we would just play Call of Duty. We'd play all kinds of games. So that was fun. NBA. Yeah.
Why'd you play NBA, Jordan?
Oh, I like basketball.
Oh, really?
Oh,
He said the
yeah.
line. He said the line, guys. He did it.
All right. What is something about your friends that drives you to want to continue being with them and spending time with them?
Oh, they just don't leave.
I was about to say we've kind of talked about this before, but you're not really a one-on-one friends man.
Yeah, I think me
Have you
and Sophie
developed
have
into
talked
it?
about this a bit. This whole what I'd say a friend date. I just don't really do it. And
Me either, yeah.
yeah, I think some people do and some people don't. I'll do it with people who seek it out.
Yeah.
Like,
If someone hits you up, you'll do it.
yeah, if they're like, I haven't seen you in ages, let's get a coffee or let's get a lunch or something, I'll do it.
Oh, I always
but
say
I don't
no.
see. Wait, do you?
You're a shit bloke.
What about when I come over to your house and we just played chess? That's a friend date.
Oh, yeah, that happened twice. That was good.
Twice, yeah. That was
Yeah.
hasn't happened for a
Those
while.
are my only friend dates I've ever had, I think.
No way.
Surely.
All right.
I
What
say
do you-
friend dates. I think a normal person would call it a hangout.
I like friend date better.
When I was a kid, I used to do it all the time.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
Like going to someone's house because that shit was dope.
Yeah, I don't do that much, do I?
No, I don't know. You tell me.
You want to hang out after the pod?
Yeah, see, not really. I always say no.
Why don't you want to do these things?
I don't know.
Wait, why'd you let me come over?
Play some chess.
Oh,
He
it's
really
chess.
wants to play chess.
Yeah.
You were just like the negative.
Oh,
part.
actually, my
Here we go.
Holly's friend's boyfriend came over to do jiu-jitsu. So we did that. Is that a friend date?
If you guys were wrestling on the floor, it might have been more than a friend date.
It was.
No, I don't think you guys are friends.
It was just a date. It was
It's just a
That's
date.
a one-night friend stand.
So yeah, I did that actually. So I take it all back.
That's amazing.
I've done it once, guys. I take it all back. I'm a great friend.
What I'm sort of getting from this is the question Jackson was saying is like, what drives you to stay
Hobbies.
with the friends?
Hobbies.
Yeah, not
I feel
bloody
like,
much.
I feel like
Hobbies.
Jordan has the friend date with only people that can help him train his own hobbies.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
let's be
chess,
honest.
jiu-jitsu.
If Holly's friend's boyfriend said like, "Oh, Jordan, can I come round and we'll
Have a
you know,
beer?
we'll learn
Yeah, definitely
French
not.
together," or like something that you weren't
Yeah,
interested in.
I would say no.
You'd be like, no.
No way, Jose.
But if it
actually,
benefits you, he's like, "Let's do our ant farms together." You're like, perfect.
ooh, come straight over. Yeah, in primary school, I remember going to a friend's house and we would just play Yu-Gi-Oh all the time.
That's it. When you're a kid, it's like going to their house. You're like, man, I don't have like an Xbox. They do.
Yeah, they
This is
got
gonna be the
different
dopest
shit.
shit ever. Or like they have different toys to you, or maybe they have like a pool or something. Like that was epic.
Yes.
Wait, so you a friend dater?
Not really.
I'm the biggest friend dater.
You
Not
are.
against it, but
The biggest
Well,
introvert.
yeah, I think Sophie finds it weird that I don't seek out these things, but I feel like with people that I'm friends with, even if I haven't seen them in say like a year, I still know we're friends.
Oh, yeah.
I don't need this confirmation to that I like. Yeah, I feel like I could hit someone up from a while ago and be
Yeah.
like, we're still mates.
But it's probably
and-
not a confirmation thing as much as do you have other things you would enjoy more than hanging out with a friend?
No, I would probably enjoy doing this. I just don't
Oh,
seek
okay.
it out. I don't really want that.
too busy on the grind, don't have time for friends.
No, that's absolutely not true.
Okay.
Denied.
Played too much Hearthstone to ever make any statements about that.
Make your friends your co-stars. Bam. We've all done it.
I was in
Bam.
Underdogs.
Underdogs.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize we were friends. Next question.
Wait, what about you, Jackson?
Should we go? I said, yeah, big friend date person.
What do you do?
But what?
Speaking of
coffee.
dates, what was that other question?
Really?
No. No, yeah, we're not there yet, Zach.
Settle, Zach.
Oh, you get coffee.
Get coffee or get breakfast or.
Oh wow, I've never
something
done
like
any
that.
of these things.
Oh, really?
Just
Oh,
with
quite
Holly,
like-
I'll do it. Yeah.
Get a beer, maybe? No?
Ah.
No takers?
I tend to do this more with my female friends because they are the ones that will ask me.
Yeah, 'cause
my
they
male
like
friends
doing
never offer to do these things.
That
so
makes
like,
sense,
I'll
yeah.
catch
Call it
up.
a date around Sophie.
yeah, no, the
Just
friend
going
part.
on a date with this girlfriend of mine. What?
I say the friend
Friend
part
date.
extremely loud. It's like, hey babe, I'm going on
And
this
you wi-
friend date.
Right. Next question, we'll go family. Do you think it's okay to have a favorite child?
Absolutely, but you can't tell them.
Like you can't help it.
Oh, every single parent has
you
a
reckon they
favorite
all do?
child. Yeah, it was my sister.
Really? Have you confirmed this?
Oh no, but
I
surely.
don't think that's true, Zach. I
No,
don't know.
I was a bit of a shit as a kid. Maybe now because I'm so famous, I've moved into favorite child status. In fact, Mum, you listen to the podcast. Flick me an email with who's your favorite
Tell me.
child.
Now I'm too famous. Maybe send it to my assistant, mum.
If she's
Am
on
I
the-
favorite child.
Just flick me through who's the favorite.
I don't know because as you grow up, it's a long ass time, and you definitely have phases of being a piece of shit. I think
Yeah.
everyone does.
Yeah,
Like
everyone has their
even my
times.
sister, who was like very conscientious and good and helpful and smart and all that stuff. She probably had days where mum was like she's been a pain in the ass.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, and then for that day, I might have been the favorite child.
I think that's the correct answer. Is it maybe not overall a favorite child, but sort of phases of life or periods where they.
That makes sense. Yeah.
What, do you reckon you're the favorite?
No.
Top
Probably
two? How many is there? Three.
three. I might be top two.
Might be getting the bronze.
Imagine not getting on the podium when you only have 3 kids.
But I wouldn't know. I feel like we're all pretty even.
You reckon it's even?
Surely.
I don't think anyone wants to admit that they would be the favorite child.
No, I don't think I am. I think my sister's more favored because she puts in a lot more effort with my parents.
Yeah, but maybe you're
Yeah.
just chill as fuck and they appreciate that.
Not really.
Yeah, parents
They're
love
like,
not hanging
Jackson,
out.
did you get us a Christmas present this year? No.
Hey, fuck no, dude.
Yeah, I'm probably the worst because I probably hang out with them the least.
Yeah, I'm just the least dedicated to being a child.
Yeah.
It's
Jordan's-
not really a job, but
What's the best way to go from not being the favorite to being the favorite?
go over to the house.
I think
do some
spend time with them
dishes.
is
Spend
literally
time.
all they want to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's literally it.
but time is money. What if you bought your parents a house? Surely you'd be the favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think's better, going on a coffee date or buying them a house?
What's
You're
better?
dating
No,
your
but
parents
you need
now?
to say it's like
It's a friend
100
date.
coffee dates or one house.
Okay, that
I reckon 100 coffee dates.
Yeah, I think they
If you already have a house.
I think so as well.
I'm taking the house. How about you guys?
Yeah, well, that's why you're not my parent, because
Yeah,
you don't
shit.
fucking love me. You don't want to spend time with me.
Why don't
I
you
get
go-
that.
Go have a kid that's rich enough to buy you a house,
yeah,
Jackson.
no,
and then,
now we're talking.
I don't know, coffee might be expensive.
If anyone in the comments wants to buy me a house, I will take you out for coffee 100 times. Just, if that is the equivalent exchange,
Oh,
if
that's
anyone
the
wants
deal?
that.
I'll also take
Yeah.
that deal.
No, it's mine. It's mine.
Oh. Do you have any friends or family that are falling out with any lessons from it?
No.
Nah.
I've definitely had falling outs with friends, but lessons is just like nothing's going to last forever. That's my lesson.
Have you ever had any dramatic falling out? Because I feel like for all of my friends that I don't really see as much anymore, it's kind of just like faded away due to not having as much in common
Yeah.
or like whatever reason. It's never been like, you're not my friend anymore. I don't want to be your friend. Like, I've never had
it's
anything
usually
extreme.
Something's happened a bit more, like, is the word collaterally? Like, not me necessarily, but like, you know, someone goes this way, someone goes that way.
I'm not like that though. Like, I'm not like the person that's going to do the confronting of like, well, I don't want to be your friend anymore.
Yeah, right. If a
I
friend
feel
goes,
like
they go.
I am a people pleaser.
So you want to be friends with everyone?
Yeah.
So am I.
Definitely.
For sure.
And I'm not very.
I haven't had many friends.
Venging.
I would say.
Vengeful.
Yes, vengeful. Sorry,
you
Jordan.
interrupted Jordan saying he had no friends.
Jordan doesn't want to go
Sorry.
friend dates with anyone. He's not a people pleaser.
Yeah, so it's not like I'm seeking out friends anyway.
Good job then.
So if they go,
What about in like primary school? Did any of you guys ever have a falling out with like one of your year 4 friends or something?
no, my friends just seem to leave. I had a friend that went to Germany, and then my next best friend went to France. And then I
Did
was
you
like,
find
God,
out they all just went to a different school
Yeah,
to avoid
definitely.
you?
I'm going to France. Sorry, won't be out of contact.
Germany.
I changed schools because all my friends bullied me, so they weren't really my
Yeah, some
friends.
kind of
Wait,
friends.
what? Is that real?
Kind of.
You definitely talked
Oh
about this on
my
the podcast
God.
before.
Yeah, I changed schools due to bullying after year 5.
This is Zack the
Oh
Zebra.
no.
Yeah, this is Zack the Zebra,
Still
which we've
can't
heard
stay.
before.
Yeah.
I don't think it was my friends that called me Zack the Zebra. That was just the final straw. But my friends would always want to play like little wrestling games and that.
broke the zebra's back.
I was pretty weak and scrawny, so they would play like games at recess that's like, oh, let's just wrestle each other and then like pin me down and give me noogies and
Oh
shit.
my
Pin the
God, that
tail on
sounds
the zebra.
terrible.
All right, Peter.
Peter wants to bully the whole time.
This is good.
That sounds insane. I didn't
think I
know
would have
that.
been on board with bullying the zebra, to be honest.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
So
you,
easy.
you were. Like, we weren't really friends when we first.
No. We had a
met each other.
reverse falling out.
The famous,
Yeah.
yeah.
Falling in.
The makeup.
I
and then
think
a
it's
make
because
out.
we were both quite
Jack and Joel style, falling in the hole.
we were both quite similar, like similar personalities, which then clashed and was like abrasive. But then once we learned, instead of targeting each other, to just target other people.
What do you guys think about that opposites attract sort of mentality? Do you think that's real or not?
I was talking about this the other night, actually. I think that people will say whatever fits their current situation and be
Yeah.
like, yeah, this is true. Because, like, some people will be like, opposites attract, it just works. And then other people are like, we have so much in common, it just works. And it's
Yeah.
like, what just fucking works? Like, it's literally people just apply things to their current situation and be
definitely.
like, yep, this is how life works. And it's like, what?
Get ready for this. It's both. You can't be the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can't be that similar. I don't think. Do you guys think you're that similar to any of your partners? I don't think
No.
any of
I'm
you
not.
No.
I think Sophie and I are similar in some aspects, then extremely different in other
You guys might
aspects.
be
Yeah.
the most similar. Would you guys say?
Sure.
I feel like in like personality traits, like if you did the, you know, like the personality test, the
yeah.
IN, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
I think it would get opposite scores in every single one.
Oh, really?
So we have a lot of shared interests, but we have quite opposite
From the outside
personalities.
perspective, it's like, oh, they both like Pokemon or
Yeah,
something.
man, that's what I'm thinking about.
We have shared interests for sure, but then our personality types are completely different for sure.
Yeah.
See, like, I'm the opposite. I feel like me and Maddie's personality types are quite close, but our interests are like very different.
Yeah, same with Holly and I would
true.
say.
I think you need both because there's obviously like merits to both. Like if you have the same interests, you can do things together. Like an example is me and Maddie both like going like traveling and hiking, which is like a very basic interest,
Yeah.
but like going on hikes together and that, and like photography and that, and then like different stuff is like her knowing how to cook and teaching me that sort of thing, and me knowing how to play games and getting her in my YouTube
Get
videos.
on over here, Maddie. Let's play a game.
But it's like getting each other out of your comfort zone, but also you can do stuff together.
yeah,
Bit of both. But what really matters is like
love.
all the that, but also all like the basic mundane shit that you got to agree on.
Give us one.
Like where things go in the kitchen.
See, I
You
just
have
don't
to
have strong
agree on-
enough opinions on
That
any of
is
those
mundane.
things. Very mundane.
Or but just like very, very basic stuff.
Yeah, it makes sense. I feel like if you both had a very strong opinion about where the pan went, or for example, it wouldn't work, would it?
Yeah, but if neither
think
person
you
is
could work
willing
it
to
out.
compromise on that, you're both just unreasonable people, aren't you?
Yeah, I would think so.
Because like it's something my dad told me that stuck with me from ages ago, which when I talk about housemates, but also kind of applies to living with a partner
100%.
or whatever. It's all the same. But he was like, I was like, oh, someone told me once that you shouldn't be housemates with your friends because then if like a problem arises,
Yeah.
then it like affects your friendship. You should be like housemates with strangers. And my dad was like, it doesn't really matter
Yeah.
as long as they're just reasonable people.
That's all
they can
that
be
matters.
friends or they can be strangers or they can be anyone. They can be a partner. They just have to be reasonable because then you can work things out. Because if they're unreasonable, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Like when we lived together, Jackson. That
Unreasonable.
Time what?
No, what?
I was going to talk about that time you like shat in the middle of the kitchen.
Yeah, it was
And
pretty
I was
weird.
understanding, like you really had to go and you just couldn't make it to
And
the
you
bathroom.
did ask me, can you not do that again? I said, all right, fine.
That's reason
That
right
is
there.
reasonable.
I really want to, but I won't.
I just stood in it, so that was the only unfortunate.
in the middle of
thing,
the
but-
night. No
Big
use.
slip.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cartoon sound effect. Crash.
He's onto the street, still sliding away.
Jackson, eat some more fiber. What the fuck?
Slippery
Just covered
dippery.
the whole floor. Oh, anyway,
But yeah,
friends and
so
family.
just back on the opposites attract thing.
Yes.
Like Zach said, like it can be opposite because you push each other out of your comfort zone to learn new things. I also find that opposites do help with these personality traits, things in my experience,
Yeah.
because
Balance each
for
other out.
example, I am very, I guess like I want to say stable, but that's not really the right word. It's like the same energy level a lot of the time. Where Sophie is much more turbulent,
Oh,
so she'll
yeah.
be very high energy and
Yeah.
then very low energy, and so like it can kind of bring me into situations that I wouldn't normally do.
Yep.
Like it's like let's do this thing right now,
Yeah.
like spontaneous type stuff. But then also because I'm always level, if she's low, I can also help her with that.
Yeah.
So it's like these different personality traits kind of do help each other.
Yeah, that's
you like
cool.
that?
Yeah,
And you can
definitely.
say that about like introversion, extroversion.
Yeah. All those sort of
all those
scale
kind
sort
of
things.
ones. I think that you can like have a benefit of taking a taste out of the other side every so often.
I don't find myself to be very stable like that at all. I think I'm turbulent. What
Yeah.
are you, Zach?
I am stable.
Yeah, I'm pretty stable.
You're
I
I'm
know stable
definitely
is the correct
stable.
word, but you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. I don't know what the correct term
I
is.
think we just kind of invented a whole new personality classification.
I think that was in the
stable
last one. I'm pretty sure that was in the one, the test we
insane.
took.
If you guys could choose a parent to be on the podcast, who would you choose?
Can I be a parent in
Just
law?
one of our.
Yes.
I think Maddie's dad would be pretty funny.
I vote Brooke's mum. That'd be hilarious.
Out of my parents, though, probably
Ooh.
dad.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
sucked
poor
in,
mum.
mum. She watches too.
My mum usually doesn't. I don't think she'd be less up for it. I think they'd both be up for it, but like,
He'd get into it more. You
Oh
reckon?
wow.
yeah.
Peter?
maybe.
I'd definitely get mum.
Yeah.
Because I'm too similar to my dad.
Sure.
So like my sister takes after my mum a lot more, and I think I'll take
Yeah.
care of my dad a lot more.
We don't need another Peter. Right here,
Yeah,
that's for
we've got
sure.
one too many as
Well,
it is.
yeah, my dad would be great on the podcast, seeing as how good I am. So my dad would be great, but the comparison between me and my mum is so funny because she just does not have the same sense of humor as me in the slightest.
Brilliant.
And like you guys like know from hanging out with me and stuff, I'll just make like stupid jokes and things that I think
So
are
what
quite
is
funny.
her sense of humor?
Dude, if I could tell you, I would, but we just don't get each other on such a level that I
Right.
could not tell you. She finds some things very funny that I think are not funny in the
Can you
slightest.
think of one?
And then I'll give what I think is like a ripper joke,
Yeah.
like an absolute ripper.
Crickets.
And then it's just nothing. Like I remember this one instance I said this joke to her, and it was like, there's this band called The Waifs.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, I'm going to go see The Waifs tonight. And I was like, the what? Because I'd never heard of this
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
And she was like, The Waifs. And I was like, isn't that what Mike Tyson would surf on?
Waifs. Yeah.
And then,
That's good.
And then she was like, isn't he a boxer? He's not a surfer. And I was like, oh no. And nobody else is there in the house to appreciate the joke. So I need to share it with you guys.
yeah, good thing you wrote it down to repeat 2 years later on the podcast.
probably
I give
more than 2 years
I give
later.
that a 9 out of 10. That's a very.
But maybe
I
she
thought
doesn't
it
know
was-
he has a lisp.
Surely she does. Everyone knows Mike Tyson.
Oh, maybe.
And then I kind of explain the joke. Like I'm like, oh, it's like because he has. And she's like, oh, that's nice, Pete.
Oh, that's good.
That's her line. That's nice, Pete.
Oh,
and it's
God.
always what she says when she
I don't
says
know if I
something.
want that in the podcast. That's
How did you
nice.
become a personality? That would just. She says that to you once. She says that that's nice, Pete, and you're like, that's it. I'm not funny. I'm gonna. do a fucking accounting job for the rest of my life.
Well,
It's
she
over.
doesn't say it to be condescending. It's just like she just doesn't find it that funny.
That's so funny.
Having that dynamic on the podcast would honestly. I want
think-
someone else to see this experience.
She might be first lined up. I'd
Yeah.
go with my mum.
Yeah, I'd go with my mum too. My mum's a great storyteller. She's very funny as well. Like, I don't know how she does it, but like a story that I would tell in maybe 10 seconds, it'll be like a 10-minute expedition of like.
Oh, that's dangerous for me. Oh, I don't know if I like that.
Oh.
My mum's similar.
Sometimes I
but
want people to get to the point.
Yeah.
Oh, sometimes
Sometimes
on the
this-
phone. Not gonna lie, mum does listen to the podcast, but sometimes it's like, oh, okay, we're still
Pop
going.
that on speaker and go to the toilet. Come back
But
and-
it is very funny. Like, my mum's a great storyteller, so I reckon I'd get her on. But my dad, though, he does love YouTube and all that stuff, so that could be interesting. My dad was always like, I feel like even when I was in primary school, he's like, oh, you should do YouTube and stuff like that.
Should we get them both on? No, they're not together.
Fuck it.
They're not
parent,
together, yeah.
Parent podcast.
The parent podcast.
Just replace all of us with a very similar
Don't
parent.
let them meet. Just let them bring them in. Oh, your parents have met though, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your parents have met.
No, your
Oh,
parents.
yeah, at
not
some point for you to be
individual
here.
parents.
All right. What have we got, Jackson?
All right. What reason would you cut off a family member or old friend? For me, family members don't get any grace. See you later.
Yeah, they don't get special treatment.
No, not
Like
at all.
if they do something shit.
If they just
that you
like
would cut
suck, I'm just
anyone
like,
off.
well, that's never mind.
Yeah, if they like do a bad crime or some real dog
Yeah.
act.
Yeah.
What's your opinion? Okay, this is a spicy one for our lighthearted podcast.
Yeah.
What do you do when a family member, like even like an older one, is just a bit racist at like a thing, and you're just like, I'm really uncomfortable?
I explain why it's bad, and if they still be racist, what are you gonna do?
Do you actually bring it up
Do
like
you?
in front of everyone?
I try and be like, oh, I don't know if you should say it. Like I do it in a nice way.
Yeah,
Try
right.
and be like, oh, you really shouldn't say it because of this. And if they still want to say it, then you've done your part.
The thing
It's
is,
so uncomfortable.
yeah, well
so
done,
bad.
Jackson. That's bravery.
for me, like my
God's
extended,
work.
a lot of my extended family live like out on a farm. And it's not like they'll ever say anything like too bad, but I'm more of like oh, you can't say that, and then just move on.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Like, I won't explain.
It kind of
why
depends on the person a bit as well, because some people are just never going to change what they're going to say. So some people
Yeah.
it's beating a dead horse.
So is that like reason to cut someone off because you say they get no grace? Because if I had a friend who did that,
Yeah.
I would not go to hang out with them
Oh,
again.
100%. Yeah, I don't like hanging out with racist people.
Yeah, what does
Well,
cut someone?
obviously, but
How would
like,
you even cut off a
You're
family
saying,
member?
You're saying the family members get no
Don't say
grace, yet you still go back to the next family dinner.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No, because I feel like most of my family is actually pretty good when I do say, oh, you can't really say that or whatever. They'll go, okay.
It's a bit weird too, because you also got to understand they're a different generation. Doesn't excuse them, but it's also a lot worse for someone our age that's grown up in more of a like
Oh, definitely.
culturally woke society.
Mm-hmm.
For someone our age to then, it's like a decision for them to be racist. But a
Because
lot
they
of older
know
people,
a lot more. Whereas
yeah, a lot
it's
of older
inbuilt.
people just say stuff and they don't realize like how bad it is.
And it doesn't just go for like things like that. It's just anything like, like sexist
Oh,
or
yeah, yeah.
like homophobic. They're all those things, all those just old fashioned ideals and shit. They all seem to go together a lot of the time.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really uncomfortable sometimes. And like, I
what do
don't
you do?
have family gatherings like that.
yeah, okay.
And my mum is really good.
Yeah.
And my dad is really good. He's actually got like better as he's got older,
Yeah.
which is really good.
I feel like that seems to happen with dads that have kids that get to about 20. They seem to woken up at that point.
I don't know. Some people get worse as they get older.
Yeah,
They get more
definitely
set in
they
their
do.
ways and all that
Definitely.
stuff.
Mine's not so bad with the homophobia side because a member of my extended family is gay,
Yeah, same.
and I don't know if I'm not. Yeah,
Well done, I guess. It wasn't
Good
fist
job,
bump
you were
for.
born gay.
but don't want to say who because like I'm not
That's okay.
outing anyone, but could be me. But yeah, I think that
Sorry, Maddie.
I think that was like getting over that for a little bit is like
Yep.
helps the older generation.
Yeah,
If there's
I feel like
someone in the family that
it's
you have
always
to
like that.
like, and it's like. And then there's obviously the worst case scenario where they like cut the person out of the family and then it's like that's fucked.
Yeah.
But no, it
Took
helped
a
a
dark
lot.
turn. Hope there's a
Yeah.
a
Anyway,
lull of a
and
question.
last one for you, Jackson. Have you ever been at someone else's family gathering and then that kind of thing has happened?
I would not say anything.
You wouldn't say anything then?
It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
my
that makes
place.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, I feel like to be socially responsible, there is some owners that you should do something.
I've thought about this a lot.
It's really hard.
interestingly.
It's so hard.
I think
But
you
there's
kinda
so
have
many
to-
other family members for that family.
Yeah, I
but
think
nobody's
it's-
doing it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. It's kind of like also they're not going to listen to me. I don't think.
Yeah, would you more so talk to Brooke or something.
I think the
would
best
feel.
way to do it, yeah, but then like what
You
you're
know?
asking Brooke to put in a word for
Can
you, you know?
pipe up for me?
Yeah, like it's just like if you want to make a change, you got to do it yourself. But it's like I think the best way to do these things is to say like talking about stuff that way makes me uncomfortable. Just don't do it around me,
Yeah.
you know? Because then you're kind of instead of blaming them, you're just being like,
I don't want to hear it.
I'd appreciate if you didn't do that while I'm here.
So do you do this? Never.
No, but I think I'm gonna start.
Yeah, it's tough. And you kind of just got to do it once. And it's actually not as bad as you think it's going to
Yeah.
be. I've only done it not that many times. Like twice, 3 times.
Because it's literally like turning. It's super uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because you're challenging them on stuff, but then you're just putting the uncomfortableness on them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Instead of on you for just having to sit through it.
Yeah.
So it's really
Yeah.
like they're being shit. You're feeling uncomfortable because of it.
Yeah.
Let's make them feel uncomfortable
We're
for
going to
it.
reverse that shit.
Oh.
Zach's thoughts about racism and sexism in the family.
Uno reverse that shit.
Are there any friends and family that are disappointed or dislike your choice to pursue YouTube?
Oh, can we go to a bit more of a lighthearted question?
no,
or-
right? I don't
Yes,
think...
until they
or a
see the sick
game.
ride. Eat my ass.
Oh,
Let's do our game.
wait, got one more.
Okay.
Does Papa One have his son locked in the basement? Why do we never see him?
Yes.
All right, perfect.
Okay.
Let's play the game.
Little known fact: almost all Australian houses don't have basements, but the sun is in the attic.
What's his name?
Can't tell you.
Junior.
Haven't named
I
him
thought
yet.
the fun fact was going to be Jordan wasn't actually a dad, but okay.
No.
No. It's true. He's
Jordan
in there.
Junior.
I haven't been in my attic. Have you?
No.
I don't have one.
I should go in my attic. See what's in there.
don't think I have one.
Yeah, go feed him.
Could be treasure. Yeah. Go feed him.
Should we play the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zach, let's play the game.
Yeah.
What's the game?
No, don't you have a question about?
Oh yeah,
Wasn't
leading
that
up.
your segue
we
real
were going to
good?
do a hell natural
We were gonna
segue.
Wait. Okay, cut this bit out. We'll get the.
We're
really
not
good
cutting
segue.
anything out.
I've got to find the question.
No, the reason was we were going to have a smooth segue, but then the questions just started getting darker and darker. Oh, like,
Where did it go?
Little heavy, not even dark, just heavy.
yeah, going down a bit of a rabbit hole. So,
I remember it. What was the first date you ever went on? Not just the first date with your current partner, the first ever date you went on.
Oh, God. It was so long ago.
I think I went to the movies.
I think I didn't. First, like, relationship I had didn't go on a date beforehand because it was like school.
Yeah.
And then the next one
What about during
but-
even?
during, I think we went to the park.
That counts.
It's not that interesting.
What have you got? A better one?
No. I have not been on many first dates at all.
Yeah.
I remember thinking, I remember this conversation I had with my mum when I was like year 7, and I was like, would I be allowed to like go to a movies with just like me and a girl? Because it's like before you're
Yeah.
allowed to go anywhere unsupervised by a
Yeah.
parent, you know, like you're like 12 or whatever, like I
Yeah.
was just unleashed on the streets. And mum said no, and I was really angry. So
Oh.
that's what I remember. of
Cucking
this.
you early.
Yeah.
She said, work on those jokes before I let you go. Try to impress a woman with the waves.
I can't remember which was first for me. I think it was just like at Time Zone or San Churros or something.
Time Zone goes fucking hard.
Time Zone, yeah.
Me and Maddie went on a date night last week, went to Time Zone.
Oh.
Still slaps.
Yeah.
Time Zone, is that an American thing? It's like an arcade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got all the games in that.
Classic arcade.
Did NBA hoops, we did skee ball, we did motorbike racing. It's
Oh, that's
lit.
good. Now I want to go to arcade again.
Arcade, when you actually are willing to spend some money, goes crazy. Like when you're a kid, you kind of just wander around. You're just like,
Like
I got
$5.
$5.
Yeah.
and I'm like, what am I going to play? You just like get a preloaded card with like $20 each, and you can play a lot of stuff. It's dope.
Would you go on a friend date with me to an arcade?
I don't know if that's a friend date location.
Why not?
Yeah, it is.
Just why? Just
When you and I
Because
can
it's
catch up.
fun things to do.
You and I can hang out, talk about.
Did you have fun
Maybe,
recording
maybe.
at the arcade, Jordan?
yeah, it was good. That was
Yeah.
a
Did
good
you
time.
have fun hanging out with Zack on the cheap versus expensive trip?
Yeah, it was alright.
Like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
not like the shitty things you had to do, but just the time you got to spend with Zack in between.
It was, yeah, pretty good. Yeah.
That's like a friend day.
Actually, as soon as the cameras were off, the whole time we were bickering. We were like,
Jordan just powered down like a robot when the camera.
he actually always does that. We actually lost
Back
Jo-
home
Jordan
again.
lost Jordan in a car accident a year ago.
Yeah, bus hit his car.
Jordan robot.
We've replaced him.
No, but I was just thinking because I had a really good time just hanging out with Jackson.
Yeah, we had a good time.
We had a good chat, like because
Must be nice.
but like we had dinner and we only maybe used like 30 seconds of footage from the dinner 'cause
Oh,
it was
yeah.
quite loud and stuff. But we
We
were
talked
there
about
for like
everything.
an hour. We talked about loads of shit.
I love how you're like, oh, but we talked for like an hour. Imagine you turn the camera off and you actually don't talk for an hour. The more weird situation.
30 seconds and then silent eating. Yeah, maybe I'll try. Maybe I'll try.
So you do
I
that
did
with
went
me?
to your house and we watched football, but I guess that's the thing again, isn't it?
Yeah. And there was Brandon was there. too.
Yeah.
Do you not
another
see any
person.
value in spending time with people outside of Holly?
No, it could be good.
You
Could
don't
be
have,
good.
do you have like a social meter? I like to.
Oh
need to
yes,
see a
my
person
social
a week.
meter is
Fine.
like I could like when I was used to house sit, and then I'd just be like by myself in a house for like 3 weeks. I'd be chilling.
Really?
That's fucked
Yeah.
up.
So maybe I'm just weird.
Yeah, you are. Jackson, first date.
First date. I'm trying to remember. I think the movies was my first date.
What movie?
Now I think it was Ice Age 4.
Shit.
Oh,
that
the
gets the
fourth
ladies
one.
fucking hot and
And-
bothered.
No. Ice Age 1 would. Ice Age 4?
Yeah.
You're both too depressed
No
afterwards.
one. We didn't make a word or talk at all, except for I laughed at one of
movies
the
is
scrat jokes.
Very sus. Movie for a first date.
I think the
Yeah,
water was
movie-
salty. And he
Movie's
laughed.
not great for a first date.
No,
Probably
well,
the
it takes the
worst.
pressure off because you're in each other's company for a while. You know,
Oh, it's so bad.
I
It's
kind
so
of like.
bad.
But do
Like,
you
if
learn
you-
anything about them?
No, I think you got to do movie and something, or a something
yes.
then a
Yeah,
movie.
but people always do the movie and dinner.
Yeah.
And dinner you can't talk either because you're trying to eat. Like, dude,
Yeah.
movie and dinner is the worst shit, and it's like somehow a standard for
no,
younger
because you
people.
talk about the movie if you're not talking.
No, bad.
Movie
All right,
and
life hack.
hopscotch.
No.
Yep,
you
go
do the time zone and dinner and movie.
Three.
it's a
Because
big date.
that is where...
Big
That's like a 6-hour affair.
No, it doesn't have to be an
You guys have
affair,
affairs?
Jackson. The time zone we went to the other day was at the movie theater. So
Yeah.
that's what we did.
Oh yes.
What movie did you go see?
Fall.
Fall.
Yeah. It's fucked up. It gave me anxiety. It's about these two girls that climb up a massive radio tower and then the ladder falls down and they're stuck up there.
Oh,
and
I
it's-
hate movies
Oh,
like that.
it's fucked.
What's survival movies?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
What's
Mate,
that
did-
one? 10,000 hours or something?
It's like that.
Oh, the guy on the rock.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
127
27. No, it's just 27 hours. Or so.
127.
Yeah,
127.
Yeah.
How many do 10,000?
That's what I said. Isn't it?
10,000 hours. You get stuck there.
Wasn't that like a year of real time?
That's a long time.
That would have hurt so much though.
But yeah, Zach, sorry, what happened in the movie?
Anyway.
Oh, that's basically it. It's
And
just like a whole
what
bunch
does it
of
follow? Them just sitting up there being bored.
yeah, and like they're trying to get back down, and like different ways they can.
yeah, they're always
different ways they can get help, but like they're always. It's like a really thin pole. It's like
Yeah.
a TV tower.
Yeah.
So there's this tiny
Did this
platform
happen?
they're on. No.
There's the one. What's the one where they're on an island? There's a shark circling it that was like that. There's these survival movies.
Jaws. No,
No, it wasn't Jaws. It
40,
was,
47 meters deep.
is that what it's called?
Why are they always
you
numbers?
making this up?
No, that's
147 meters deep, actually.
1,000 meters deep.
13 reasons to be in
Yeah.
the water.
I haven't heard of that one though. What shark?
Yeah, this was a while ago. I don't know. These just survival themed movies have no appeal to me.
They're very.
all right. Let's
Oh, I
let's
love
circle
them.
back after the first date question.
Let's survive a first date. Together.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I was gonna say you're smooth. I was literally starting my sentence saying he's smooth. Then you elbow the wall.
We tried this with
Funny
me,
both.
but it didn't go very well.
Yeah,
maybe
we
because it was you.
yeah,
We
yeah,
tried
that
to
makes
ask
sense.
Jordan some first date questions in the past and it went terribly. So we think we're going to get into a little bit of role play, which normally comes after the date, but we'll be doing it during the date this time.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Up top sex joke. So
Can
I
I-
think we'll get some characters. You guys can make up your own job or
Yeah.
something. I reckon
Oh,
just
can
have
we
a bit
get
of fun
given
with
a
it.
character?
Yeah?
I think that'd be cool.
Peter, you give Zach a character, and Jordan can give me a character, and we'll go on a date.
All right.
All right. Zach, you are Stephanie. You are a marine biologist from Brazil.
Okay.
Oh,
What's a Brazilian accent? Can I
don't do an accent.
Okay.
We've not done well with accents.
Don't do a girl voice. Don't do an accent. Just do your normal voice.
Okay.
you are Mary, and
No.
you.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. Homophobe.
Guys, a member of my extended family is actually gay.
That's right. Zach gets the homophobia pass. He's related to a gay person. I love that knee-jerk reaction. It's so bad.
Well, yeah, it's just I wasn't expecting it. All right.
That's so
Yeah.
funny.
Who was I again?
Mary,
Mary.
you have 3 lambs. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, she's a farmer.
Yeah, Mary, you are a farmer, but you are a vegetable farmer.
Okay. Hey, so what was your name again? Sorry.
Stephanie.
So marine biologist. You must
don't-
be pretty wet.
Well, you don't know this yet.
Oh, sorry. I thought we'd read each other's Tinder profiles. Start again.
Wait,
you do.
Is this the first date of
This is-
knowing each other first?
We met up on Tinder. Stop
Yeah.
interrupting our date.
Sorry, we're not here.
So
The people in the cafe
Jackson's
are
just
so
hit me
loud.
with the ripper. You're a marine biologist. You must be wet.
Yep.
Did you get that?
Anyway, he said his funny line. What the fuck?
That was good.
I need a
was
bottle of
funny.
water.
Is that the line you use on everyone?
Well, only if they're marine biologists.
Oh yeah, and where did you see that?
Scientists, you must be wet. They're like, what?
Where did you see that I was a marine biologist?
On your profile, which I clicked on, obviously.
You did your research. Sorry, Mary, I don't know what you do for a living.
Well, I'm a farmer, specifically vegetables, sir.
oh, what sort
Ma'am.
of vegetables?
Carrots.
Oh, really? Well, I'm actually a vegetarian because
Oh my God.
obviously I wouldn't eat any fish or sea creatures,
of
and
course
just studying them, it gives me a newfound respect for animals. Are you a meat eater?
I'm not. No, just vegetables exclusively.
Oh yes, and of course no animal products either.
No.
Oh, perfect. Well, it's a good thing we've come to this steakhouse. You chose the restaurant.
Yeah, well, I thought you ate meat.
Oh well, maybe we can both get a veggie patty.
We
Anyway,
could.
anyway,
This is the
Mary.
worst date I've ever seen.
I'm just
So
horny.
what do you like to do in your spare time, Mary, when you're not farming?
Rub my clit.
This is the worst date. This is like two. Okay, like, have you ever seen a conversation between two AIs when they're both just like responding to each other like that? This
You know
is
what it
this
is?
is.
It's a,
you made me as horny as a narwhal.
it's a customer service AI talking to a fucking sex chat AI.
Yeah, well, it's so
It's
weird.
not even a conversation.
I was trying to be.
You were.
normal.
Sorry, I was trying to
You guys
flirt
aren't
with you.
talking like humans. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. All I get is do in my spare time is rub my fucking clit.
What?
Oh wow.
Okay,
so
so
do I.
I'm sorry to tell you guys
Oh,
here,
wow.
but okay, we're trying to do a funny improv bit. We just recorded a video today where we did improv, and we learned that a bit of conflict makes things a bit better.
Yep.
And then you guys did this whole thing of being like, "Oh, you a vegetarian?" It's like, "Yep." No animal products at all. Yep. I'm just like,
I
where's
thought he
the
was going to do.
conflict?
I thought he was going to do.
They're in a
the steak thing.
steakhouse. That's a conflict.
It was
Yeah.
just
We set up
stupid.
the conflict, didn't we, Zach?
And then you just threw that out the window to rub your clit.
Well, I do
Give me,
like to
give
do
me a
that.
different. What else do you do in your
Dude,
spare
I
time?
thought my date thing went
All right,
bad.
back in the scene. Back in the scene.
Obviously, we're both girls. We always rub our clit in the
New
spare
answer.
time.
New answer.
Something
Oh yeah.
else.
New answer.
I like to brew my own teas.
Oh really? What's your favorite kind of tea to brew?
Chamomile, easily. by
Oh,
far.
really?
Do you drink tea?
No, I'm actually allergic to leaves.
Really?
Yeah, most of the leaves they use in tea.
There's the conflict.
Well, I really want you to
Would
eat
you
this.
would you consider moving to? Do you like coffee?
Yes.
Yeah, we could maybe just drink coffee and maybe you won't make tea anymore if we date, will you?
I'm going to do it in private. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to do it behind
Ooh.
the scenes. I'm going to brew my tea, but I'll drink coffee with you.
Okay, what star sign did you say you were?
Scorpio.
That'll be it.
What are you?
I'm a Virgo.
Oh, you fucking kidding.
At least maybe I won't be after this date.
You little wet marine biologist.
Okay. Scene. That's the end of that shit.
Okay,
What
Jordan.
was that?
You're
That
you're
was so-
a
Oh, do I have to go with
Are
Jordan?
we learning?
He just
here?
laughs.
Jordan. You're a chef at a 5-star restaurant, but you are
Jesus
you are
Christ.
aspiring to be the head chef, but you're not quite yet.
So
Okay,
where's the date? We'll give him a location too.
They're at the beach.
At the beach. Peter, you are a professional. I was going to say basketball. Professional basketball player.
Uh-huh.
Pretty cocky.
Uh-huh.
We
Yeah.
didn't give them names. They can do it. They're professionals.
So we start.
Yeah.
I'm doing the waves.
Oh, we're on the beach.
Wait,
You
am
can be
I?
Bryce Peter if you don't have
Bryce.
a name.
You're Michael.
Michael. What is that?
What's your name?
It's like a bicycle.
Hey.
Hey, I'm-
Michael.
Yeah, I'm Michael.
You look just like the pictures.
Oh,
Damn.
thank you.
I was like really hoping you would, and you definitely do.
What's your name again? Sorry.
Bryce.
Yeah.
Oh, Bryce. Who's that with you? No.
This is my dating coach.
He's really famous.
Oh my
You
god.
should know Bryce.
Bryce, of course. I know you. You play for the Lakers.
Yeah,
oh my
yeah. Oh,
god.
man, I didn't want to say that on my profile because it kind of makes me like come across like I'm trying to show that off too much because it's just like my work stuff. So, but yeah, that is me.
Oh, that is crazy. Should we go to the beach?
We already are at the beach. Can't you hear the
Oh,
waves?
sorry, you got a bit flustered here.
Don't worry, Michael. Just chill out. Do you want to get like a drink or something or coffee while we're here?
Yeah, sure.
Right, great. What kind of stuff do you like?
And iced coffee.
Sorry, what was that?
Yeah, iced coffee.
Well, no, before that.
No, nothing. Just mucking around.
Classic Michael.
Classic Michael. You're funny, Michael. No, I heard you. You want to drink me? I heard you.
We're so bad at this.
Dude, why would you say I'm going to drink you if you don't want me to call you out on it?
What? I didn't say I wanted to drink.
What did you say?
Oh, no, you said, what do you like? Oh, yeah, I guess the drink. Yeah, okay. Anyway, Bryce, let's go.
Where?
To the drinks.
Well,
to
you
the
didn't really say what you wanted. Where are we going?
I'll get an iced coffee. What do you want, Bryce?
I'll get the same. I'll
all right.
easy.
I'm me. I know you're bowling, but you know.
I will be.
Show
on
my
you if you're
gratitude.
lucky. I mean, what?
What can I get you guys?
2 iced coffees, please.
No worries. Any sugar?
No, none for me. I'm sweet enough.
You are.
What was your name, sir?
Bicycle.
Oh my god, bicycle! You're freaking hot.
What was my name?
Do you want to? Are we paying for these separately or?
No, I can pay. Don't worry.
No, I want to pay.
No, I'll pay. I'll pay for sure.
No, I'll pay.
You always pay for stuff, I'm sure.
This is the first time I've ever met you.
Oh my god, is that Bryce?
I hate this bit so much. This is not funny.
What the hell are you, Bryce?
I don't even know what.
Bryce?
Let's swim.
Let's swim.
And scene.
Michael, you're so good topless. Wait, we're done?
Oh, I was trying to save
Thank
you, but you can
fucking
keep going.
Christ. What even was that?
I don't think we set up the scene very well. You need more going on than just a first date, don't you think?
No, I think we had enough. We had a beach.
Yeah, like I was trying to shift the blame to anyone but us, but we'll
All
take
right,
it.
people in the comments, who would you want to go on a date with the most? Was it Stephanie,
Bicycle.
Bicycle.
What was my name?
Michael.
Bryce, or Mary?
Or the barista. Just keep in mind, he was pretty hot too.
Who would you go on a date? That was the stupidest shit ever. What was that?
That was pretty
By
fun.
the way, guys, we're now trained improvisational masters after the video recorded today.
Should we talk about the rollerblading video?
I suppose we should.
Yeah. What
That
did we
was
say
fun
about
as
it? It was
shit.
so fun.
that was
I've been,
extremely fun.
I've been talking about that video coming out for so long because I was like so excited to see it because
Yeah.
it was so much fun to record. And it was one of those ones that got stuck in editing hell because it was before the makeover video and that one got delayed because I can tell because I still had long hair.
The long hair, yeah.
So it's quite easy to tell when these videos, like I think that's the last one that's quite old that we haven't released.
Oh, that's good.
You
I don't
two
think
were
there's
kind of
anything-
pros already. Jax and I were the noobs. I'm glad that we were both bad and you were both good.
Yeah.
I
That was a good dynamic.
Yeah, the video would have been
The
a bit
speed
sus.
races could have been nice and, like evenly matched.
I feel like could have Zack have done like 3 laps at the time it took someone to do 1 would have been good.
Dude, I don't know about you, Jackson, but I still thought I was a bit fast while doing it. And then you look at the video.
Yeah,
it's so-
I hadn't watched it until we were watching it just before we started, and we are slow,
So
slow. It's a lot
But
harder
did
than
you
it
have
looks.
fun?
Yeah,
And
heaps.
you got
very
quite
fun.
good by the end.
I got better. I don't know about good.
How many times have you been either ice skating or rollerblading like that before this?
I had been rollerblading, I think, once before ever when I was little.
I used to go a couple. I think I went about 4 times when I was a kid, and then once, sort of like 2 years ago, and then this time. But do you guys go often or what?
I've probably been like 10 to 15 times over my whole life.
I've probably been like 7 or 8 times ever.
And is that quite a long time ago? Did
It's like
stick
it's
with you?
literally like once every like 3 years.
Yeah,
You
okay.
know, like it's super spread out.
And you pick it back up pretty
It's
quick.
not like I've ever had a phase where I've been like hitting it every weekend or something.
I want to go like now that we've done that.
Is it
That was
fun?
super
It's a really fun date if
Bit of
you're
a friend
both
date.
Good date.
at the similar level.
friend date. Anyone?
I'll go with you, Michael.
Nah. Okay.
Because like I think it's fun, and if you're not like, but there are some caveats.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy to be like uncomfortable
Yep.
because of like the shoes rubbing, giving you blisters, just having a
I
bad
made a big
time.
mistake. That wasn't really shown. I wore the thinnest socks and I had
Oh,
bad
yeah.
blisters after that.
So that's really easy to do. If you feel like you're really bad at it and the other person's really good at it, it's probably not good. You want to be at roughly the same level.
Oh, I like that.
Or you
dynamic
want
for
to be, or you can be a certain type of
Yeah.
person. Not everyone enjoys that.
something. Yeah.
I
like
think
when they're better.
I quite like being bad at things.
Yeah. So
I'm willing to fail things, but some people don't like failing things at all.
Are you a failure or a succeeder, Zach?
Zach's a huge
big
failure.
time succeed. Oh. It depends, doesn't it? If
No,
I'm
you're
good at something.
You're good at like giving things a go when you're not good at them. You're not afraid to try.
Oh, I thought you just meant in general. No, but like let's use me and Maddie as an example. If we go on a date and it's like something sporting related,
Yeah.
I will pretty much be better like most times. But then like she's fine to give that a go. And then same thing, like we've gone and like painted some teapots and that. And I think I'm going to go join one of her yoga classes, which I'm going to be terrible
Oh,
at.
my
wow,
God.
that's exciting.
like-
Yoga.
You're a bit of a
Yeah.
yoga
I'm
pro.
a-
That's what I'm saying, Zach.
Stuff
You're
like
a
that.
you're a big failure. Like you're not afraid to give it a crack.
Yeah, I did this really like shitty little Z mug, but then I made it because it'd be like fun to have in a video. And then I just like, and it ended up like pretty cool.
Where some people are afraid to go and try these things they know they're not going to be very good at.
But then you're never
Yeah.
gonna, especially as an adult, like you're never picking up any new skills as well as you can as a kid. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys, just go along and be bad at it. Don't be a loser.
I'm on your page, but it's easy to say, not so
Easier
easy to
said than
do.
done. I do get frustrated learning skills sometimes because stuff always looks easier than it is pretty much everything.
Yeah.
And you just like after an hour of doing it, you're like still bad. You're like, oh,
And then think of how much time you spent learning stuff as a kid.
yeah, this is
It's
the
like
biggest thing.
weeks and weeks.
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
It's funny.
hour-long
It's so
practice sessions.
funny because everyone's like, man, kids learn things so quickly. They absolutely do not.
Yeah.
Complete lie.
They're stupid.
They're just fine to be bad at things.
Yeah.
They just expect to be bad at everything and then they don't quit.
Yeah.
So like, I learned this through trampoline coaching. Like, I would make such little progress with like a kinder gym kid.
Yeah.
Because they're like 4.
Yeah.
Like, what are you expecting them to learn?
Yeah.
Like, I could teach an adult an entire new trick in a day.
Yeah.
Can't teach a little kid that. But then the adult's like, oh, I'm so bad today. And
Yeah.
the kid's just like, wee.
Yeah.
yeah, they're just
know,
having
like,
fun the whole time.
They're just having fun. They're not worried about it. And then adults just drop things because they feel bad at them.
Yeah.
So kids suck shit at learning stuff.
Yeah.
So bad.
Except for languages, right?
I mean, they just really bad at it at first.
Is that what it is?
It still
too?
takes a while. Like a baby's learning a language for what, 4
that's a good
years.
point.
They still have brain plasticity for
and
sure.
it's all they've got.
I think it's kind of different, but yeah.
What an idiot.
But I guess
Stupid
as well,
babies.
adults are like, as a kid, it's like everyone's bad if you're doing it with other kids.
Yeah.
Adult, there is the aspect of like, I am bad in comparison to anyone else.
For sure.
Kids don't have that as much.
Embarrassment.
Yeah.
It's just that ego, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
like you just don't want to
100%.
like seem as the worst or something or be embarrassed by it.
Do you guys like? Oh, it's kind of the same question. Doing things you're bad at. Like, do you, Jordan?
Yeah, definitely. That's very
Jordan's been picking up new games to be bad at in his
Maybe
videos.
I'm
I
like it
enjoy
the
being
least.
bad at things or just learning something new.
I like learning something new.
What
I
is
love
something
being
to
good
learn?
at something. Being good at something's so
Oh, it's the
satisfying.
best feeling.
I 100% that, but then you also got to like get to that point somehow.
Zach, what's your secret skill?
Oh, secret? Sex. Apart from that,
Nice.
How did
What's
you-
what's the signature move if it's a secret skill?
falling off the bed.
Nice.
Nice.
Bounce straight
Is
back
that
on.
what you do as you fall off?
It's this big like climax move. It really builds up the suspense.
No, that's definitely my worst skill. But
It's good to be bad at something.
I just okay. Thinking of a secret skill on the spot is kind of hard because I feel like you guys would know most of them.
Yeah.
Um,
Speaking Japanese.
what am I good at that like no one really knows?
Do any of you guys have a secret skill?
I think it's all my secret skills. I feel like are things that just people don't appreciate as much as I want them to.
Yeah,
like
such
I
as?
think I'm like really good at editing. And like
I was gonna
it's
say
one
that
of the
for
things
you.
that goes quite unnoticed a lot
Yep.
of the time.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, you'd never if you talk to someone like on the street and they got a first impression of you, they would never know that. Even if you told them you're a YouTuber, they don't even know that element
Yeah.
because a lot of YouTubers don't do their own editing, and your editing is much better than a lot of people who do their own editing as well. So I think
Yeah,
that's
that's a good one.
It's not a secret to us, but to the average person.
And it's because I did editing way before I did YouTube, and it's just like, and also I'm passionate about it. So like that's why I still edit half my own videos because I just don't want to give it to other people because I'm like, nah, I want to do it the way I want.
Because you can
yeah,
do
that's
it
a good
well.
one.
Do
Yeah.
you have secret
That's what
skills?
I did
Because
ask the
the thing
question.
is, like, if you're good at something, you kind of want to apply it.
Yeah.
You want to
Yeah.
be able to either like do it and then people will know about it, or show people because like then that's your thing.
Unless it's taboo.
I think I'm pretty good at doing
So sex.
the dishes.
Well done.
Love that.
I'm bad at that. Do you want to come over?
Actually, when we're doing cleaning up Zach's kitchen for a video or something, you're always the one doing the dishes,
because
and they are clean.
You like doing what you're good at 9 times out of 10, I feel like.
Oh shit, that's F tier on my chores list.
dishes.
Really?
Yeah, chore tier list. I fucking hate dishes.
Don't you just put them in dishwasher?
No, it's icky. It's yucky. Oh yeah, dishwasher. Dishwasher is like an A tier.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
What's
but it
S?
doesn't really
Do you
count.
have an S?
Vacuuming.
Yeah, that's mine.
Oh, I love a good vacuuming.
Vacuuming and wiping benches. That's an S.
Oh, that
Mopping
is
benches,
good.
not so much. Mopping is fucking dirt shit. Hate mopping.
I've
Don't
never
mind it.
mopped.
What are you, Pete? What's S? What's F?
I think because of the dice and the cordless vacuum, has put vacuum up there.
Yes.
So easy, and it sounds like you're doing a big deal because you're like, I vacuumed the whole
Yeah.
house. It didn't take that long.
And you get up before Sophie and start vacuuming. So, you're up now, eh? And you're vacuuming, you woke her up. It's just alpha.
Turn it on right next to
Yeah.
them.
I'm
Just
doing
thought-
the chores, babe.
Just thought I'd give you a little bit of a once over. You're like vacuuming their clothes.
No, S++, organizing.
No.
Yes,
that's
I
an S.
love
That's
it.
an
Oh,
S for me.
God.
That's a
the
type
best.
2 fun. You guys heard
Type
about that?
2 fun.
It's fun after, but it's not fun during.
No, I
find
have
it
fun during.
Oh
jinx.
no!
God, I hate all that shit.
What are your dirt shit chores?
Filling up the car. We've been over this.
That's not a chore.
Filling up
It is a big chore. I hate it.
I love that.
Cooking. Do you call that a chore?
Oh no!
Yeah, cooking is somewhat of a chore.
I hate
cooking's
it.
good.
Nah. I get so frustrated with cooking.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's just time consuming, but I
That's
don't
for
mind
me.
doing
Yeah,
it.
I'm not the biggest fan just because of the time. And it's just like, I could just cook something
And I
quicker.
just feel like if something's going to go wrong in cooking, it will go wrong for me. I don't know why. Probably because I'm not good at it, but...
Well, do you kind of do your own thing, or do you like feel
No,
like
I
you need to follow
the
recipes?
recipe, but I get distracted.
That's your problem.
and-
That's your problem.
Whoa, hang on.
No.
Yes, yes, yes.
My problem is following
Whoa.
recipes.
yes.
All right, go on.
Because you can't have any fun with it.
Oh my
And then you're trying to achieve this standard that someone else has set who's better than you at it. Whereas if you kind of just like wing something, you need a baseline of skills to do this.
Well, I don't have that. Well, maybe I do.
You
We'll
probably
find out.
you might.
Let's find out.
If you like, okay, I made
Make some
these.
spaghetti.
I made these. What was it? It was like a plum. It came from the what's it called supermarket like this, like a plum marinated pork
Yep.
steak type thing.
Yep.
And I was like, what's good with pork? Apple sauce. But this is like a marinated thing. So I got some apple, like slices of apple, put it in some rice. Oh, it was like some type of like vinegar type stuff.
Yeah.
Made like a sauce, boiled it off, made like kind of caramelized apples,
Oh
slapped it on
my
these
God.
things. And
Who
then
is this?
no recipe. And then it comes out and then Sophie's like, oh, this is really good. I'm like, fuck yeah, it is. Like, hell yeah. I
That
was
seems amazing.
So happy with myself.
There is no way I could do that.
And then I had this like, rice underneath it, sticky rice type
Yeah,
stuff. Just rice. Poured some of the sauce from this apple stuff that I'd stewed it in
Yeah.
over that rice. Made the rice taste 10 times better.
I think Peter's the robot that we've got. What the? I've never heard you be like this with cooking before. That's crazy.
When I
Yeah, it is
get,
crazy.
I think I'm actually reasonably good at cooking, like
Interesting.
by feeling things out. Like
Yeah,
I
I
have a
thought
good
I was too.
understanding of things.
I do not think you are good at
Until
that.
we did the Underdogs video.
I think you're fantastic at following a recipe, Zach.
Yeah, I am.
Everything else, not so much.
Yeah, I agree. No, I make some pretty mean scrambled eggs.
Scrambled
when
eggs are
I,
the
when I
best.
just want to snack, and you think of what should I put in? You put in some like garlic and some paprika.
Okay, I
and,
do
like,
that.
Whatever the hell.
Does that count? That doesn't feel like
Yeah.
cooking
It's
to
super
me.
satisfying to just like what spices would go with this, and you can Google like spices that work with lamb, and then you see what you got of that, and then you try and chuck some of
Yeah,
it in.
I do that. So, sort of things that will go wrong is I'll be like, let's make mashed potatoes, and then I'll just take the mashed potatoes out. Sorry, the boiled potatoes out way too early, and then you're trying to mash a half raw potatoes.
Yeah.
And then you're like trying to boil
Get
them again,
impatient.
and then it's just like,
I do fuck things up reasonably often doing
this is what
this.
happens to me all the time. That's why I don't like it. F
But
tier.
but how many times can you make the same mistake?
You'd be surprised.
Like won't you just like leave it in for longer and then
Yeah,
you can
and
just,
then
like,
I'll
chuck it in the
overcook them or
microwave?
something. I don't know. I just make mistakes.
So is that your secret skill, impromptu cooking, Peter?
Yeah,
I wouldn't say
Apparently.
it's a skill of mine, but I think that it's quite satisfying when you get it right.
If you make anything that starts with plum in cooking, you're
I mean, it
true.
came from the supermarket
doesn't
already
matter.
marinated.
You start the way with plum, I'm impressed.
All right.
Do we have any more secret skills?
Not that I
or
know of.
Any more?
No.
Any more F tier chores? I think we're almost done.
Secret skill, I'd say like frisbee because I don't really do that in front of anyone
That's
apart
true.
from my frisbee
That
team.
is a secret skill.
And I think the secret skill of it is just being able to throw the frisbee in a direct straight line to someone who's quite far away from you.
Actually harder than it looks.
Because that shit's not so easy. And
Can I-
it's just like, bang, done.
Can I claim my secret skill as just being better than people would think at a few sports?
Yeah, you always are surprisingly good at sports.
Yeah, like I was
Yeah.
surprisingly good at rollerblading. It's only with like particular things,
I
but
think
then
it's
like
surprising.
table tennis. Because like I went down south on the weekend with Maddie's parents, and they had a table tennis table, and I was like, "Oh, sick, let's play!" Like I'm gonna beat you all. And then her dad is like pretty alpha, and he's like, "Oh, we'll see about that," because he's good at most sports
Yeah.
things. But then like he just didn't expect me to actually be good.
Did you school him?
I did school him.
Damn.
Schooled the alpha.
Damn.
Now
Now
Zach's the
you've
alpha.
taken over.
Did
Yeah.
you bark and say, who's the alpha
Yeah,
now,
I mean, she was
bitch?
already calling me daddy, so
True. Fully replaced.
You can call me daddy like your daughter does. All right,
What the
end the fucking
fuck?
podcast. Okay, now you can see the aftermath.